Wagwan, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. Today is Monday, August 3rd, and I'm just going to go over a snippet of the playbook video that I send out to all our Simple 123 Trader members each night, and this was for Sunday, August 2nd. So I'll play this snippet. This is a little analysis of the US dollar futures index. This is what I do is to take a look at the US dollar futures index to help in determining what the major US pairs might likely be doing based on the movement of the US dollar futures index. So here's last night's little snippet. On the daily time frame, there is that movement from here. So we have a 1, 2, 3 top here, and then it gyrated across and then dropped through and formed this move here. So again, we're very close to that. We're in between 50 and 62, 50 or 62 and 79% retrace right now, and we're getting a little bounce. We're getting a nice big pin bar. We're getting a bullish engulfing almost bar right here. So we could see a move back up in the short term at least. So if we drew a trend line here, and I can draw this one properly with a proper trend line, we would look at something like this, for example. Something like that at that point. Okay, so you can see that it is totally possible for price to come back up into this area before it starts to go back down again. Because the likelihood of this going straight up out of here, I don't think is strong. I think that there's still a little bit more downside. So in here, we'd have a 1, 2, 3 top, and then we're getting a bounce, and then we're going to continue to the downside. That's my take on it at this moment on the daily. Okay, we're going to go down to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so there is our trend line. There's the bounce. We're very, very, very close to the support area, and now we're getting that bounce. So is it a legitimate bounce? Looks so at this moment in time. Okay, so dropping to the 1-hour time frame, we take a closer look at this move. Okay, so what we're looking for is a good 1, 2, 3 formation, which is right there, and then so this move could definitely take us back up into this previous support area here, which is now resistance. Okay, and then at that point I would be expecting a turnaround to continue back down. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at there. So that's the hourly time frame. So let's drop down to the 15 so we can really take a closer look at this. You can see that MACD and the EMAs have crossed, and they're looking very strong. They're wide open, wide apart, and so both are looking quite strong to the upside for the US dollar going into the week. Okay, so 15-minute time frame. All right, so that's what we're looking for is a 1, 2, 3 bottom, and here was the move right there. Okay, so that 1, 2, 3 bottom is propelling us to the upside. So what it's going to do at this point is create a 1, 2, 3 bottom, a larger 1, 2, 3 bottom on the higher time frame, and that will propel us back to the upside. Okay, so if everybody again is with me, I'm going to go back to the 1-hour time frame. So this entire move is creating a 1, 2, 3 bottom that should take us back up more than likely. If again I'm wrong, then this little move here might just again come up into this area and then tank out. So maybe it will not even do what I'm saying in the sense that it can just come to this level and then start turning over. But right now it looks pretty strong to the upside. Okay, so we have to go with what it's doing. So a little bit of strength in the US dollar going into this week's sessions. All right, so I'm going to go back to the 4-hour. All right, so that was a snippet of the analysis of the US dollar futures index. So looking again in the short term for strength to the upside, let's see how it played out last night after all is said and done. So this is a daily, and when we were looking at it before, we had just the green bar. We'll drop down to the 4-hour, take a look at it now. and you see that it has made that move. So basically, it's played out that movement here, and it's pulling back at this point. So the expectation now would be for this to continue back up again to challenge this area. So we could come up and even break that, to kind of entice people to go long, and then it will probably turn around and come back down. So this is kind of what I'm looking at overall. So last night's call was for a little bit of strength in the U.S. dollar going forward, and indeed it did, and then a pullback to be expected before it went again, and it looks like it has done just that. So there were opportunities to play the euro US dollar, the Aussie US dollar to the downside, for example. So going on the 1 hour time frame, looking at, let me just put these all in order, looking at Aussie US dollar, you could see there was last night, there was opportunity to play this to the downside. And now it's bounced back because the US dollar has weakened. Okay, so uh, those were opportunities there on the Aussie, euro US dollar, similar, not as strong, but you got that drop, okay, as well from last night. And looking at GBP US dollar, also again we got the drop, and it's now moving back up. And for the USD CAD, for instance, we would get a move up first, and that's what happened, and then we're getting a drop. And for USD Japanese yen, that would again be first the move up in strength, and now we're getting a pullback. All right, so that's a look at the analysis for the US dollar futures index and how you can actually play the major pairs against that move. Profitable trading to everyone. We're done now. Thank you.